All right, let's speak now about what happened in court. As SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga was tracking that story for us. Canny, let's just start off the bat with some of the conditions and the reasons why the court was then persuaded to grant her the bail.
Well, first of all, she's been granted bail of 50,000 rand. Her conditions are quite small. All she has to do is hand over a passport by Monday, the 8th of April, by 4 p.m. Of course, she can't apply for a new passport pending the finalization of that matter. And another condition is that she may not interfere with witnesses. So that is a condition set by the Pretoria Magistrates Court ahead of the long journey or expected journey of this corruption case.
And Canny, I mean, when you think about the fact that this particular matter, I mean, listening to what was coming out in court a little earlier on, there was a lot of argument, the backing and forthing about the strength of the state's case. I mean, you listen to the defense, they say for them the state's case is weak, but the defense rising and saying that actually you can't say that before you've even seen that particular docket. Let's talk about that part of the proceedings.
Well, it's quite interesting because when you apply for bail, you actually don't have to go into the merits of the matter. You literally just have to deal with the grounds, such as, are you a flight risk? Will you evade trial? Remember, bail is about ensuring that an accused will come to court and will see the matter to the end as soon as it's done. It's not about whether the state rather has a strong case or not, or whether they have a weak case against you, or whether they're relying on a single witness. That is not information that you want to go into that quickly when the matter's still at the lower court. You might want to wait until you get to the high court and you have that disclosure that you are seeking before you make those pronouncements. So that argument that she's making, you may remember that in the high court action that she took, that she lost there in the high court, the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria, she was intimating towards an ulterior purpose. And she was listing some of the reasons why she felt that this matter was rushed. They were trying to bring it before elections, that the step-aside resolution would kick in as soon as she's charged. So against that backdrop in which she kept mentioning that the state's case was weak, because in her view, she felt that it relied on the Section 204 witness, that is the defense contractor, that implicated her in this alleged crime. But we've seen from Advocate Manyati, when he addressed the court, that in fact, the state intends to bring a second accused, and that it's not relying solely on the evidence of the Section 204 witness. It intends to bring further evidence that will corroborate what is stated in that statement. So we'll see when that matter heads to trial how the state will approach it and how it will collaborate, or rather bring in other witnesses to corroborate the evidence of the Section 204 witness.
What do we know about the other accused that could potentially join her?
Not much. Many are still wondering at this point as to who is the second accused that will assist in this very big matter, which looks at alleged bribes to the tune of millions during her tenure as Minister of Defense, and who is going to assist in corroborating that evidence. You may remember in the case of Jackie Selebi, how a witness was brought in at least on one of those transactions, and that is how they secured that particular conviction. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach this matter in the former speaker's case. She is maintaining her innocence, stating that she will deal with the allegations at the appropriate time. You'll expect that that will probably happen when the matter is transferred to the Superior Court for trial. We will get more I guess, or hear more evidence as to what the state has. As of now, she's made that first court appearance. She's appeared in that dock, applied for bail. Although it is a Schedule 5, quite a serious offense, the court found that it was in the interest of justice for her to be released on bail. She's due back in court in June, and we can expect that by that stage, some form of disclosure will be taking place in this matter.
It's going to be interesting, Canny. I mean, you look at these visuals that are on the video wall right now. There she is. And in the dock, of course, we get to then hear about her health condition and how she now needs her medication. Let's talk about her demeanor in the dock before we even get to these individuals that we are seeing who are supporting her. That's Balega Mbete there, as well as her husband, Charles Nqakula.
Well, she cut a lone figure in the dock as she appeared this morning, but appeared quite ready to deal with the matter. Remember, when she arrived, there was a hive of cameras and a hive of activity facing her when she arrived there. But she seemed prepared to deal with the matter and continue with it going forward. We had full access to those proceedings, as you've seen, from start to end. And we'll see in the next appearance how this matter goes forward. As you can see, she had quite a lot of support, family members, her husband, a former minister as well, Charles Nqakula, was there, Balega Mbete as well, supporting her in the courtroom as she went through that bail proceedings, and successfully was granted bail today of 50,000, and we expect her back in court in June, where she'll continue on this journey of, I guess, what she will be terming as vindicating herself in this very high-profile corruption case.
Did they say anything at all to the media? Those who were in support? I mean, you think about former Minister Charles Nqakula as well as former Speaker Balega Mbete.
Absolutely not. The members in the public gallery kept silent in the public gallery, allowed the matter to proceed, allowed the bail affidavit to speak for itself, allowed the court to make its determination, and it was found that it was in the interest of justice for her to be released on bail.
Sounds like there's going to be quite a lot of work here that needs to be done. And Canny, thank you so much for that update there from court. That's my colleague, Canny Maphanga, SABC News reporter.